All right, welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. We're already to a new month, and the headlines are full of it today. They're starting off the month with a bang. So you have the Texas almost all the way abortion ban today. We're going to talk about what a huge tribute to Roe v. Wade this is. You have Ida threatening flash flooding throughout the Northeast. They're saying from today through tomorrow morning, flash flooding all over the Northeast. A lot of rain coming fast. Talk about that. And then in Lake Tahoe, they're saying 34,000 buildings are at risk of burning today from the Caldor Fire. We're going to see how interesting it is that this could happen on September 1st. Again, Agenda 21 in full effect. And then I also want to look more at the call for the resignations of Lloyd Austin and Mark Milley, the big military figures in this nation, and show you just how perfect the pattern is that we've already been talking about with the whole Kabul airport thing. People are calling for their resignations over what happened at the Kabul airport. It's unbelievable how well they have the puppet stage set. And we'll start here with the Texas abortion ban. So today is September 1st. And if you count today through December 31st, these are the final 122 days of the year. 122 days if you count today through September 31st. You know, that's how many days are left to play out in the year, counting today, the day of this news. And the reason it matters 122 is because abortion equals 122. And Roe v. Wade in history was on January 22nd, 122, in the year 73. And guess how many days it is from Greg Abbott's birthday? His birthday from today to his upcoming birthday is 73 days, right? Roe v. Wade happens in 73 on 122. So in Texas, state that's almost as big as the rest of the nation, you get this story today. And it's not the first time we've seen an abortion headline since Roe v. Wade paying tribute to these numbers. They've done this several times. And again, it just goes to show that all of the news, day after day, rolls out by the code. So, again, that's what's going on in the state of Texas. And, of course, Greg Abbott, that demon that continues to reside there. I mean, just think of all the rituals we've shown over the years synced up with Greg Abbott, from mass shootings in Texas to weather warfare. Again, this is their perfect little demon to be the face of the state. And for the man known as See Through the Script, there's no R's in his name. His name's Abbott, not Abbott. Got a man out there who likes to put an R on everything. He put an extra R on the Rockefeller family name. He had more R's in there than the actual family name. That man knows what I'm talking to. Yeah, your reason with your decode with Rockefeller why you weren't seeing it is because you had an extra R in his name. He's a really good decoder, but he just sticks R's in people's name for no reason. He had an R in Greg Abbott's last name. There's no R's in his last name. Abbott. Anyway. Moving on, weather warfare, the Caldor Fire. Possibly about to wreck the town of Lake Tahoe, the tourist town. Kind of towns they want to get rid of. Smaller towns, out in nature, you know, the kind of things that are marked on the map for Agenda 21 and 2030. They want to move people out of communities like this. They want to get them in the bigger city. So, the Caldor Fire targeting Lake Tahoe on September 1st. Look at the gematria of Caldor Fire. In the most simple cipher, 91, like today's 9-1, right? 9-1. CNN had this up as a top story about 30 minutes ago. On 9-1, the Caldor Fire. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Caldor alone is 109, just like military. And again, it's no secret who's behind the weather warfare. Same Jesuits that control your government, they control your military. Do everything by the code, name everything accordingly, everything's a perfect ritual. And it's amazing how every time I do a video, there's always somebody in the comments who says, why do they do this? Again, I've answered that question no less than 1 billion times. Kabbalah. is why they do this. I went into great detail about that in last night's video, and somebody left a long comment about why they don't understand anybody would ever do this. It's like, how about clean the fucking wax out of your ears and listen to what was fucking said in the video? I went into a great length about Kabbalah, the Cabal, Kabul, established the same year as the U.S., as the Bavarian Illuminati. Again, it's just, people really don't know how to fucking listen, man. It's the big problem. Too retarded, too stupid, no listening skills, short attention span, a society of fucking retards. And that's why at the end of the day, I say burn it all down, flood it all out. Get rid of these fucking losers, man. I wish they would. I wish they would. In a bigger way. Anyway, Caldor Fire, 91. It's September 1st, 9/1. And with regards to 34,000, Lake Tahoe's in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Both Nevada and Sierra equal 34. So their 34,000 figure probably comes from that. And they're saying more than 53,000 people have been placed under evacuation. Caldor alone has 53. So does the word burn. Caldor Fire, burn is 53 and 55 forwards and backwards. Caldor Fire, when you use numerology, is also 55. So, well-named fire. And again, how many more times do we got to demonstrate things like this? These fires that are named perfectly for the day they caused their devastation. The same thing that they do with the hurricanes. Same thing over and over and over. Hurricane Ida did its devastation on the 78 date numerology on a Sunday. Hurricane Ida equals 78, Sunday 78. So there's that. And then with regards to Ida causing flash flooding today through tomorrow, remember, tomorrow is one of the dates we had circled, months ago with the 52 date numerology. September 2nd, 2021, a date with 52 numerology. Flood, Earth, Enlil, all 52. Again and again, the weather warfare, the massive flooding, the headlines about it on the 52 date. So again, what do you know? And remember, they started covering Ida on August 27th, the anniversary of Harvey flooding Texas. And remember the giant 52 ritual with Harvey. Harvey flooded Texas on the 52 date numerology plus the 239th day of the year, which is the 52nd prime. And on the anniversary, we were getting the coverage of Tropical Storm Ida that was about to become Hurricane Ida. Tropical Storm Ida, 239, the 52nd prime on the 239th day of the year. Again, all this can't be a coincidence day after day. It's because the Cabal runs the show. And Kabbalah, again, it says God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. That's why these people use numbers, letters, words, dates every day to play God over our lives. And I'm sure some fucking retard will leave the question, why do they do this? Again, people ask the same questions because they all got the same problem. Shit listening, zero attention span, not enough curiosity to follow any of my advice, like go download my ebooks. We're on page fucking 1 of both of them. I explain why they do this. God. It's just so annoying to have to just keep answering the same fucking retarded questions every day from the idiots. It's like, why do you even ask? You obviously have no comprehension of anything. You have no listening skills. Why even ask? Are you going to listen to my answer? I mean, what's wrong with these people? Why do you even need that question answered? Isn't it obvious this is what they're doing? You know what I mean? People ask like they doubt, like, oh, I can't fathom why they would do this. Okay, now look at these military generals that they're asking, to resign. Look at this. You know how much I talked about 68 with the Kabul airport, right? So the Secretary of Defense turned 68 just days before it happened. And then, in addition to Lloyd Austin, who just turned 68, the Secretary of Defense, you have Mark Milley. And, there's the other man they're asking to resign. His birthday's June 20th, right? So the August 26th Kabul airport attack was on his 68th day of his age. The Secretary of Defense turned 68 days before, this guy right here, U.S. Army General, on his 68th day of his age, right? And again, I mean, just the big number with the ritual. CIA 68, ISIS-K 68, Terror 68, the first of 13 soldiers. The name put out, Riley McCollum 68, 1968, the year we always talk about, the year so many plans went into motion, The year 911 made the national emergency dialing code. World Trade Center construction began in New York, and you know the rest of the list. But again, it just goes to show they got all the puppets in all the right places so that they can line up their rituals day after day. It's like the world powers are little kids. You know, you're a little kid. You used to have your army action figures or your dollhouse, and you'd set up the dollhouse, the scene just the way you want it, so it can play out just the way you want it. You know, a lot of people do this as children, right? You know, play with the toys, set them up, create the scene. That's like what the world is to the powers that shouldn't be. They got all their chosen puppets, Senile Joe here, Lloyd Austin here, Mark Milley here, Greg Abbott over here, Cuomo over here. And you start to look, almost all of them have a Jesuit connection, every last one of them. But you just see how all the big rituals that unfold are always lined up perfectly with these people's age, their birthday, just every single day. Been documenting for 8 years straight. And over 8 years later, you have fucking retards going here, I don't get why you're not explaining why they do this. It's like it's explained very clearly in the same video where they're writing that. And you can just hear it. Like I can interpret it right through the typed out message on the screen. I'm just like, it's just another lame-brained fucking loser, which is what I've noticed about this nation the whole time I've lived here, since I was a kid. A bunch of sorry-ass fucking lame-brained losers. And again, it's all because of this same cabal. Chemically poisoned everybody, made them retarded with all the bullshit every day. And again, it's like you tell them exactly what's going on, and they're still so fucking stupid, they can't understand it. I'm confused. What do you mean, Kabbalah? Look it up, you fucking retard. It's the information age. God. It's just like these people act like they're so helpless. If you can't tie every last shoe for them, they don't get it. Every last shoelace. By the way, Lloyd James Austin, from his birthday to the airport attack, was his 19th day of his age. Chaos is 46 and 19, like Afghanistan's 46, like the Latin motto Ordo Ab Chao is 46. That phrase also equals 188, like Bavarian Illuminati, which was established in 1776, like this nation, also like Kabul, Afghanistan. And the nickname for the Illuminati is the Cabal. Cabal. Again, the Illuminati created by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. So, again, it's just nothing but, puppets as far as the eye can see. By the way, Mark Milley, or however you say his name, he's 63. Remember, Hamid Karzai Airport was bombed, the puppet president that we installed for Afghanistan after we took over the nation. And remember, from his Christmas Eve birthday to the attack was exactly 35 weeks on a Thursday, the day of the week that's known for the 35 rituals. And the name of the airport, also 199, which is the 46th prime number. Thursday, Catholic, Afghanistan, blamed on number 46, the second Catholic president, the first killed at age 46. Yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, Lloyd James Austin, his full name equals 56, like Society of Jesus, like Hamid Karzai, like ISIS, the big Jesuit number. So, and then with regards to the Army General being 63, just like Hamid Karzai, terrorism's got that 63. So. By the way, one slide I forgot to cover last night is Joe Biden talking about his quote, I was not going to extend this forever war. Isn't that the name of a Tom Cruise movie? But that phrase, 177, like the Jesuit order, like New World Order, like propaganda. And I'm talking about this on Tuesday named after Mars, the god of war. But notice what's interesting about Forever War in the Most Pure Cipher. Here. Uh-oh. Let's see. Forever War in the Most Pure Cipher is 59, right? 59. Just like Pope Francis, who the Jesuits serve. Remember, Pope Benedict stepped down on the 59th day of the year for Pope Francis. Joe Biden won the 59th presidential election, which was exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, becoming number 46. and Taliban in the most simple ciphers 59, just like how the government in Afghanistan fell on the Jesuit birthday, August 15th, which was the Superior General's 277th day of his age, the 59th prime. So now they're calling this the Forever War, which is another 59 encoding, which connects Taliban, Joe Biden's election, Pope Francis, the first Jesuit pope, in the August 15th ritual. Again, you guys, we're living out a script. I'm sure the day we invaded Afghanistan, October 7, 2001, they probably had this script written, with Joe planned to be the president at this time, and I'm sure they got the script written out another 20 years, and they're planning on executing every last detail of their script because they're counting on the populace of the world to continue to sit on their ass and, just keep going along with the show. And that's what I've been explaining for years. That's why this whole thing needs to get burned down. This whole system needs to be destroyed. And again, I guess we're not going to do that because we're a society of cowards and losers and morons and apathetic sheep and suckers and all the other words you want to use. I mean, I don't have anything nice to say about it. There isn't anything nice to say about it. Everything I'm saying is facts. It's a society of sheep, suckers, losers, sorry-ass motherfuckers. What other phrase you can think of to describe the people of this nation, that's what they are. There's not much nice to say about these people. They get taken by every big whopper of a lie. They get caught up in every political trap. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to in my life that say, I always vote this way because all I care about is abortion. It's like, have you seen anything happen with abortion in politics other than it being used as like a chip? And this state stuff doesn't do anything. All it does is make somebody have to take a longer road trip to another state where they can get their abortion. I mean, it's just all politics. It's all politics. So, all this stuff is politics to just keep people fighting over the same stuff and then not, understanding what's really going on in the world. How often do our politicians bring up weather warfare and the patents that have been out there for a century on weather warfare? How often do they remind you, when there's great drought that they're telling you about in the news, that in 1952, the Royal Air Force admitted to doing chemistry in the skies to induce flash flooding? Why don't they bring up those stories? Be like, what? We could end this drought. We have the military science to bring moisture and rainfall to areas. Why don't they do that when these fires are blazing? Why don't they increase the rainfall in the area to help drown out the fire? Because they don't want to, you guys. It's Agenda 21. They got to burn you out of your town. If your town's marked for areas that need to be, gotten rid of for the Agenda 21, they got to burn you out of your town. They're going to set a fire. They're going to use their fucking military machines and kick up the wind so it spreads even faster. I mean, it's just so obvious. Again, all these recent storms in recent years where they keep throwing the word in there, nuclear storm. It's like, what the hell's a nuclear storm? They started using that terminology in like 2000, 15, 16, 17. But again, it reminds that for 50 years, this nation detonated big bombs in the sky below ground for the purposes of weather experimentation. And underground, you got to wonder, was that for the experimentation of earthquakes? Remember on July 4th, you had the big earthquake in Southern California 2 years ago, and they said the epicenter was on a military base. They say it was China Lake military base. Energy, weapon, nuclear, all 74. The World Trade Center's on the 74th meridian. They called that site Ground Zero. Only definition for Ground Zero before 9/11 was the point above or below ground where a atomic or nuclear bomb explodes. So... yeah, more weather warfare, fire and rain, and again, we've seen it before. It reminds me of Harvey. When Harvey was flooding Texas, L.A. was burning with the La Tuna fires, which was allowed us to call why the World Series would be the Astros and the Dodgers. Clear as day. Astros over Dodgers. Water puts out fires. So... all right. I think that's all for now. TFR tonight. Be on tonight for TFR. Between now and then, I'll be still trying to put the finishing touches on the little book. I'm trying to make it just right. But Who knows if anybody's even gonna buy a copy? Yeah, I got my sales data from Amazon for the period. It's always 3 months behind. So 3 months ago, how many copies of my book do you think I sold on Amazon 3 months ago? Because that's how far the data's behind. I always get the report at the beginning of the month or the end of the month for 3 months earlier. According to Amazon, I had a big month. I sold 6 copies. 6 copies in a whole month. It really is fucking tragic, you guys. I mean, billions of people are being impacted by a very transparent agenda that's being blamed on an obvious lie of a pandemic. And again, it's not the first time something like this has gone on, and you have the book that definitively proves what's really going on. And man, it sold a whole 6 copies in a month, so I got a whopping payout of about $12.50. But yeah, I'll tell you what. If this third little book doesn't do it, if it doesn't make people go out and seek the knowledge and read about it, I don't know. I've always said I won't quit. I wouldn't really consider it quitting. I just consider it, what's the point of going on, man? It's just like, literally, what's the point? What is the point if people cannot grasp the concrete work and concrete predictions that we've done for 8 fucking years straight, showing the most important knowledge there is out there? I mean, if that's what it is in a world of people that could access the book, 6 copies sold, I mean, it's so pathetic, man. So, anyway. We'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker, and be back on tonight.